Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Cyber Monday. How is everybody doing? Everybody survived Black Friday. See, we already got a few folks over there watching. How many folks went out and got in all that craziness on Friday and Saturday? It was pretty crazy from what I saw. Let's see who we got over here this morning. We got Hitch Hamilton. Good morning, Hitch. Clyde Labonte. Good morning, Clyde. Kevin Els is in the house. How you doing, Kevin? Earl Walker. It says, morning, everyone. Hope all had a great Thanksgiving. Eddie Hall. Good morning, sir. LB Sharp. How you doing? Mr. Hobby is in the house. Matt, Awesome Wood Things Haas, is in the house this morning. Larry Galt, he stayed home. I did too. Y'all know what I was doing this weekend. He went to play poker. Okay, well, I hope you did well. Janet's in the house this morning. How are you doing, Janet? Hope you're having a good Cyber Monday. Hitch says, I don't do Black Friday. I shop online. Yeah. I just, the way online shopping is now. Good morning, Troy. There's no reason to get out there and do all that craziness, but I guess it's almost like a sport for some of those folks. But I was watching a little bit of TV I got to watch this past weekend. They were showing the shoppers, and I don't know where it was. I don't know. It might have been a Best Buy or Walmart or somewhere like that. But they had these big boxes of big screen TVs or flat screen TVs. Just as they come in the door, the doors open and the people file in, and they, and right away they started going crazy over them TVs. I don't know what kind of deal it was, but it's just ridiculous. But anyway, I hope everybody survived it and made it through there okay. Ron Coffey's in the house. Good morning. Janet Morris says she stayed home, had all new parts put into the well. Yeah, I hope you got all that squared away, Janet. I know that's got to be a major pain in the butt to have to deal with all that stuff. Dave Clemens is in the house this morning. How you doing, Dave? Let's see. Eric Smith says, greetings all. Did property hunting for Thanksgiving, just the wife and I. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, anybody got anything on their mind this morning? I'm just kind of wore out, actually. My little old Black Friday sale was just crazy. In a good way, I guess. But I'm going to be busier than a cat covering up, you know what, for the next several days, I imagine. Fingers crossed. Okay. I'll keep mine crossed for you too, Janet. Let's see. Larry says those, I don't know what the BF is, big flat screen maybe. TVs are made especially for BF in our junk. Most can't be fixed. Okay. Ryan Ballard's in the house this morning. How you doing, Ryan? Yeah, it's and the weather's taking a turn too. We had a big rain come in. Let's see, what was it? Saturday night, I think. And I mean, it came through here in the middle of the night, but the wind was really whipping, and it was loud enough that it woke me up. Well, I'm kind of a light sleeper anyway, but it woke me up, And of course, by morning it had stopped raining, but it's been pretty breezy, which means, well, in my case, I mean, y'all don't know what my house looks like and stuff, but in my case, my house is surrounded by big, tall trees, 60, 70, 80-foot trees. And even I don't even really call it a backyard. It's like the woods, because once you get past the deck and a few feet out, it's all trees and stuff. But, my whole yard and deck and driveway and everything is just covered with leaves. And I just went out a while ago. I had to put something in the mailbox. And the way my dining room kind of sticks out a little bit, and then there's the garage. So there's like a little corner. The wind whips in there, and it kind of forms like a little mini tornado right in that corner. So I open up the garage door to go to the mailbox, and there's like leaves this thick, And of course, as soon as you open the door, the least little breath of wind tries to blow them all in the garage. So I had to grab the push broom and try to get those out of the way, because I got enough stuff in my garage without having a bunch of leaves. But let's see here. Oh, Black Friday is what to be at. Well, I wasn't thinking about that. Black Friday TVs, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of times too, they'll, people are, well, I'm trying to be nice here. Less than smart. Is that a good way to say stupid? I'm not sure. But anyway, a lot of times they'll take TVs or, different products, and, they might be, $400 or something like that, and them put them $4.99, and all you got to do is throw a big red sales sticker, and people go crazy, and they don't even realize it might even be more than what it usually is. Matt says, my son works at Best Buy. People were throwing money at TVs. Yeah. I guess no meeting this morning, Matt, since you're on the coffee, or did you just take the coffee sessions right on into the meeting? Irma posted 5-foot snowdrifts this morning where she is. Yeah, I saw that. And I mean, I don't know how she stands that. Good gosh. I mean, a little snow's one thing. But man, up there where she's at, because I think, isn't she way up on the Upper Peninsula or the UP or whatever they call it? Good gosh almighty. And it's just December 1st too. And she was already posting stuff like that. I remember this past year, back in June, she was posting pictures. They had snow and it was in June. I'm like, good. I don't like snow anyway, but that's just way, way too much. Keith Stanford in the house. Good morning, Gatton ears. Yeah. Good morning, Jeff. Wife had me put the Christmas tree up yesterday. Yeah. I had actually thought about dragging mine out and putting it up, trying to get in the little Christmas spirit. But now I just don't have time to do it. It's going to have to wait a while. Upper Michigan, yeah. Yeah, she's way up there, I think. Just crazy. Let's see what Ryan's up to. He says, I'm about to head to a house to pull off a few panels so the owner can fix the roof. Squirrels got into the garage wall and ate up through the roof. Yeah, squirrels can be a pain. They really can. Joe Downard's in the house. Good morning, Joe. I still haven't forgot about you, Joe. I promise you I will have that guitar. I'm still trying to find that Michigan plate. It's out there amongst about 200 or 300 other license plates, and I've got to weed through them and find that plate. But I hadn't forgot about it. Every time I see his name, I'm thinking, oh, I still got to get that guitar to him. Jeff says cold and snowy in the Southwest Virginia. How about an inch? Expecting 2 to 5. Yeah. A Yooper. Yeah, that's what they call them, I think, when they're in the Upper Peninsula. A Yooper. Frankie CNC and Woodworking Channel is in the house. Good morning, Frankie. Man, we got a pretty good crowd here for a Monday. Pretty good little crowd. Appreciate y'all coming to watch. I'm not going to be on here a whole lot longer. I did set the timer this morning. I only remembered about half the time, but I did remember to set it this morning. So showing I got about 19 minutes. So, but I can't dilly-dally around today. I've got a ton of stuff to do. Got to keep that machine running. Got a whole bunch, and I mean a whole bunch of new Gatton ears. Folks buying that kit with that sale price I had on there for the Black Friday weekend. So I will be churning them out here for the next several days, probably. So, and then I've got some other projects, not just the guitar I got to get ready for Joe, but I've got a couple of other license plate guitars that I want to get. And I think they were going to give them away as Christmas presents. So I got to get busy and get those done too. So let's see. Troy says lower Michiganders are called trolls to the Yoopers. Yeah. All right. Steve Gronsky's in the house. Good morning, Steve. So, yeah, I didn't, there wasn't anything exciting on the news, just the usual murders and shootings and all that stuff. So, you know me, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. And of course, the politics stuff, I'm trying to stay away from that myself just because it's just crazy. It's just crazy. They're just getting absolutely nothing done. And of course, they're still drawing their big fat salary. Why us little guys have to work our butts off to try to make a living. So life ain't fair. Nobody said it was, but don't have to be as crappy as it is if they would get off their butts and try to do some work up there. We've got, let's see, here we go. Kim LaFrance. I guess I'm saying it right. Augusta, Maine, no snow here. Well, they're due to get it, I don't know what they call it, a nor'easter, or maybe it's not one of those, but they're getting some snow. One of our local Fox 5 Good Day Atlanta people, which is a local news channel, Paul Milliken, apparently he had gone to somewhere near Boston. I think he was about 20 miles outside of Boston to visit somebody for Thanksgiving, I guess is what he was doing up there. But anyway, he was reporting with his cell phone, and his flight had got canceled and just moved back because they were having some pretty good snow up there. So let's see what we got here. Joe says, I got an interview to work at the place that makes the license plates tomorrow morning as a supervisor. Is that a prison? I thought they made all the license plates at a prison. Maybe they don't anymore. I don't know where do license plates come from. I know they make them. Most of the new ones now are just flat. They don't have the raised letters anymore. That had to be. They must be much easier to make now, because I think they just stamp out blank aluminum things, and all that. The other stuff is just printed on there. I think that's how they do it. It says Christmas tree is up, outdoors decorated. My wife is a hard worker. So does that mean you didn't help her a lot there, Hitch? Or are you just there for moral support, I guess, for Michigan? And he says, "Yep, they do." Okay. Yeah, I'm glad Joe said as a supervisor. Yeah, we are too. Let's see what he says. But the supervisors are not prisoners. Yeah. Okay. Well, glad you cleared that up, Joe. We were starting to worry about you a little bit. Uh, okay, good. He works there as an officer. Good for you. Good for you. Uh, Sounds like code for warden. Maybe so. I don't know. Let's see. Keith says we've got about 3 inches in New Hampshire so far. A lull right now, but expecting 8 inches or so through Tuesday morning. Good Lord. I can't even imagine what 8 inches would do to this place. I don't know. I don't think we've ever had, well, we've had probably pretty close to 8 inches one time. Yeah. But that was a long time ago. It's 1983. And if you're wondering why I remember that so well, is it snowed, a big wet snow, the day before I was supposed to get married. And I should have taken that as an omen, and I didn't. So, but it's all good. Joe says they actually have a CNC router. Okay, cool. So do they use that to what do they use that for? Because I would think they'd have a some kind of stamping press to make the aluminum. Because now, I mean, like I said, since they don't use the embossed raised letters, numbers, and stuff, a license plate is just nothing but a piece of aluminum that's got the little holes, or some states use the slots for the mounting holes. And other than that, it's just a flat piece of aluminum with radius corners. So I wouldn't think much to it. Yeah, you laugh, Ryan. It's not funny. Wife said she was, let's see, wife said she was decorating trees. So I told her I had to put the lights up. Yeah. Next 8 days in the 70s here. Well, I'm glad somebody's getting some good weather. It's, of course, we don't have any snow forecasts, or at least not down around my area. But it is a much cooler, and the wind's blowing. I think today the high is supposed to be like 46, but they said it'll often feel, or at least most of the day, feel about 10 to 15 degrees colder than that because of the wind. But it won't matter to me. I got to be outside. I got to load up and take a bunch of stuff to the UPS store here in just a little bit. And then after that, I'll be inside running that machine and multitasking. Might even get on here and try to do a little Cyber Monday shopping. I don't know. I don't really need anything. But I might just look and see if there's a good. I still would like to get another monitor, computer monitor. I've got two, and I bought this newfangled little stand thing that I really like. That has a center part, and then it has like two wings, and they pivot. So it's made for 3 monitors, and I kind of got a blank spot, and I know if I leave that part blank, it'll start being a shelf where I pile crap on it. So before I start that, I need to go ahead and hurry up and buy another monitor and stick on that side. But it does make it nice having different monitors when I'm doing these live streams. I can see everything a lot better. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Joe says a separate part they do woodworking. So do they teach the prisoners how to run CNC equipment and different things like that? I suppose they do. It's a gravel graph. Okay, that's I think that's a big one. If that's a brand name, I think that's what you're telling me, that's the brand name of it. It says it's 76 right now. Went selling yesterday, got windburn. Oh, shut up. To live in southern Florida. Clyde says it's 35 where he's at. Frankie says it's 34 here in the shop. Feels colder on the feet. Feel the cold through my boots. Yeah. I've actually got a heater. I'll go ahead and plug it a little bit now, I guess. It's by a company called NeWair, Newair. And they contacted me probably a month or so ago. And they said, hey, we like your YouTube channel. We'd like to send you one of these. They call it a garage heater. It's just a small heater. And they said, we'd like for you to, we'll send you one, and we'd like for you to, do a review and a video on it and all that. And I said, I would be happy to. I says, but keep in mind, I live here in Georgia, so it's going to be a while before I'm going to need a heater. And so they said, well, that's okay. We'll go ahead and send it. So I've had it out there in the garage. I haven't even opened the box. I'm going to do the unboxing and do a video on it. But it just hasn't really got cold enough to do it. And I don't know how well it's going to work in the garage, because I think this particular heater, the one they sent me, I think they recommend it for about 160 square feet. And see, that's pretty small, because my garage is 400 and something, because it's like 20 by 23 or something like that, 20 by 22. So it's a little over 400 square feet. And then my shop out back is about 300 and some square feet. It's 12 by 28. So, but it would be enough to probably knock the chill off on a good cold day. So, but I'll probably be trying it out. Maybe before too much longer, because like I said, it's got down to the high is supposed to be 46, and then we're having the wind blowing all day. So Joe says, yep, they teach them. Well, that's good. That's good. If we're not going to keep them in there, we need to teach them something. So I get so sick of, I don't know how it is where y'all live, but around here in Atlanta, they have somebody kill somebody and they arrest them, and then they go and look, and the guy's got a rap sheet as long as your arm. I'm like, man, if rehabilitation is not going to work, we need to keep these people in there and lock them up, throw away the key or whatever. They just keep letting them out to do the same thing. So Ron's asking me gas or electric. It's just a little small electric heater. Kind of, like I said, I haven't even opened the box, but it's some kind of like a little space heater type thing, I guess. But they make all kinds of stuff. If you want to check them out, it's the company's called NeWair. It's NeWair, just like it sounds, NeWair. And they make like shop refrigerators. I call them shop refrigerators because they're smaller. They make people that have the wine cooler things. They make those, I think. And then a bunch of different kinds of heaters. So, but yeah, I haven't Haven't even bothered to open that box because, since they sent it to me for free, I want to do an unboxing video and then do plug it out and let it run. I'll probably try to pick a day when it's cold, but when I'm not going to be out there in the garage running anything, and then I'll just, show what temperature it is in the shop or the garage and turn it on, and then come back every hour and do an update on whether it's making a dent in bringing that temperature up. Clyde says, I turn my heater on for a half hour or so and bring it up to 60. Yeah, I have I can't think of what brand of heater it is, but out in my shop. Oh, look, Bill Larson's here this morning. How you doing, Bill? Janet says, watch your light bill if you run it much. Yeah. I probably won't use it much. Like I said, they were nice enough to send it to me, so I'll do what I committed to do and shoot a video and do a review of it. But I don't usually run a heater because by the time, usually in my shop, and that's what I was getting ready to say, that I have a heater out in my shop around back, and that place, when I built, when I got ready to move into that shop, I fully insulated it. So when you get it warm, it stays warm in there. But when it's cold, it stays cold in there. So when it gets cold, it might be 60 degrees outside, but if it got real cold that night, you might open up that door and you feel like you're walking into a walk-in cooler. It might be 30 degrees in there. So I have a heater, and it's one of those that's kind of vertical, and it has different settings, and it has a thermostat on it, and it oscillates if you want it to. And usually what I'll do, if it's real cold and I know I'm going to be out there in the shop, I'll go out there and I'll turn it on and then come back in the house and drink coffee for about an hour and then go out there. And usually by the time I go out there, it's at least brought it up enough to where it's comfortable to work in. And then of course, if I leave it on, it'll run me out of there if I leave it on too long. Bill says 33 and a half year career with the Indiana Department of Correction. Rehabilitation is a joke. Well, I'm not on the inside like you were, Bill, but just from what I can see on the news, it's not working to me. It doesn't look like it works. And they always, if they do have one or two little success stories, they always, make a big deal about it. Like, yeah, look at this guy. He got religion in prison and he got out and he's successful in doing that. Yeah, that's great. But those are few and far between. Most of them get out and go right back to doing the same crap they did before, stealing and killing and all that stuff. So I'm not a big believer in rehabilitation. I think the problem is, in my view, it's all my opinion now, folks. You know how it is. You can take it or leave it. But to me, we need to really tighten things up and make the consequences, because, you think about it. If you killed somebody and they go to trial and they find you guilty, and and they give you the death penalty, well then, boom, let's do it. Get rid of them. And if you started doing that, enough people would go, man, I'm not killing nobody, because they don't mess around, But see, we lollygag around, and they get appeal after appeal, and they get to leave the life of Riley in prison, and with a TV and library and all that stuff. Some of them have it better than better than homeless people. So if we don't tighten up, it's never going to change. There's just not enough consequences, and it should be immediate consequences. Capital punishment. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But that's just me. Let's see. Somebody said, where'd it go? Trying to do it. Here it is. It says, sounds like a Lasco heater. I have 2.5. I think that might be what that one is, the one that oscillates and stuff. And it's funny because I picked one of these heaters up at the Goodwill store. I was there. Just, a lot of times I'll go to the Goodwill store just to look, see what kind of junk they got that I can make something else out of. And I was there, and there was this heater, and it was like $5 or something like that. So I bought it, and I brought it home, and it worked okay. But when I looked up the manual, because of course it didn't come with a manual since it came from the Goodwill store. But I got online and looked up the manual, and then I found out there was a recall on them. So I went to their website and filled out the recall information, and they sent me a box and said, well, we, send that one back and we'll send you a brand new one. And it was, of course, a different, better model. So I got a brand new heater that just works awesome for basically $5. Because they paid for the shipping to send the other one back and all that. Apparently there was something wrong. They didn't want people burning their houses down with that one or whatever. But all right, well, my little timer went off, folks. Actual enforcement of laws would go a long way. Yeah. We could do a whole show on that. But yeah, many of them go back to the same environment with no support and encouragement to continue progress. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like I said, being here near Atlanta, you see it all the time. They arrest somebody for some shooting or something, and then they go, well, he was also wanted in this one and this one and this one. I'm like, good Lord, people. And a lot of times they had them one time and they let them out. So I don't get it. All right. I'm going to get out of here, I guess. I got so much work to do. Thank you. We've had an excellent crowd here tonight. I was just looking. We got, let's see, according to my little thing here, we've got 30 people watching on YouTube and 5 people watching on Facebook. That's a pretty good little crowd for a Monday, I think. So thank you all so much. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that stuff. And hope y'all have a good Cyber Monday. Don't spend too much money. And thank you, man. He's reminding folks to hit the thumbs up thing. So thank you. Hit that on your way out if you're so inclined. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a good one here. A couple of public hangings would slow them down. Amen. Yeah. Or firing squad or something. All right. Well, we'll leave on that note. We'll see if I can find the magic button over here. Everybody have a great Monday, and I will see you all tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Hope y'all come back to see me. Everybody take care.